Have you ever wondered how someone can simply disappear? Not run away. Not leave a goodbye note. Just vanish. Some disappeared from crowded cities. Others vanished in the middle of the ocean, on lonely mountains, or even from inside their own homes. Despite massive investigations, millions of dollars, and decades of searching, many of these cases remain completely unsolved. What makes them even stranger is that each mystery left behind clues, but none of those clues led to the truth. Today, we're uncovering some of the world's most famous disappearances, and the theories that still divide investigators. By the end of this video, you'll realize that sometimes the greatest mystery isn't how someone disappeared. It's whether they were ever meant to be found. Before we begin, subscribe to Zyramist and turn on notifications because every week we explore the world's darkest mysteries, unsolved disappearances, and forgotten secrets that continue to puzzle experts. In 1937, Amelia Earhart became one of the most famous women on Earth. She was attempting something no woman had ever completed before, a flight around the entire globe. Everything went smoothly until July 2nd. Somewhere over the Pacific Ocean, Earhart radioed that fuel was running dangerously low. She could hear the U.S. Coast Guard ship Itasca but couldn't see it. Then, silence. The plane never landed. The U.S. launched the largest and most expensive search operation in history at the time, covering more than 250,000 square miles of ocean. Nothing. No confirmed wreckage. No bodies. No aircraft. Over the decades, dozens of theories emerged. Some believe she crashed into the Pacific after running out of fuel. Others argue she landed on Nikomaroro Island and survived for days or weeks. More controversial theories even claimed she was captured by Japanese forces during World War II, though historians have found little credible evidence. In 2019, sonar scans detected an object deep beneath the Pacific that some believed could be Earhart's aircraft. So far, nothing has been confirmed. Nearly 90 years later, Amelia Earhart's final destination remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries. November 24, 1971. A man calling himself Dan Cooper boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305 carrying only a briefcase. After takeoff, he calmly handed a flight attendant a note. "I have a bomb." Inside the briefcase appeared to be explosives. His demands were simple. $200,000 in cash. 4 parachutes. A fuel truck waiting after landing. The FBI approved everything. Passengers were released. The plane took off again. Somewhere over the dark forests of Washington state. Cooper lowered the rear stairs. And jumped into the night carrying the ransom money. Despite one of the largest manhunts in FBI history, he was never found. Years later, only a few $1,000s from the ransom appeared buried along a riverbank. No parachute. No body. No fingerprints leading anywhere. Did Cooper survive? Or did he die somewhere in the wilderness? More than 50 years later, the answer remains unknown. Long before the United States existed, over 100 English settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island in 1587. The governor returned to England for supplies. War delayed his return for nearly 3 years. When he finally came back, the colony had vanished. Every person was gone. No bodies. No signs of battle. Only one mysterious word carved into a wooden post. Croton. Many historians believe the settlers joined a nearby Native American tribe. Others suspect disease, starvation, or violent conflict. Yet no definitive archaeological evidence has solved the mystery. Entire families simply disappeared into history. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 departed Kuala Lumpur with 239 people on board. Less than an hour later, the aircraft disappeared from radar. Military systems detected an unexpected turn away from its planned route. Then, nothing. The largest aviation search in history followed. Years later, pieces of the aircraft washed ashore on islands thousands of miles away. Satellite data suggested the plane flew for hours after communication ended. But investigators still don't know why. Pilot suicide. Hijacking. Mechanical failure. Catastrophic depressurization. Every theory has supporters. None fully explain every piece of evidence. The location of most of the aircraft remains hidden beneath the Indian Ocean. For the families, the mystery never truly ended. Jimmy Hoffa was one of America's most powerful labor leaders. He also had well-known connections to organized crime. On July 30, 1975, Hoffa drove to a restaurant near Detroit for what was supposed to be a meeting. He arrived. Waited. Made a phone call saying nobody had shown up. Then, he disappeared forever. His car remained in the parking lot. No struggle. No witnesses. No body. Over the decades, investigators searched under stadiums, farms, factories, lakes, and even concrete foundations. Every lead failed. The FBI officially believes Hoffa was murdered shortly after disappearing. But where his body is, nobody knows. In 1872, the merchant ship Mary Celeste was discovered drifting across the Atlantic Ocean. The cargo remained untouched. Food sat on the tables. Personal belongings were still inside. The ship was seaworthy. But every crew member had disappeared. No signs of violence. No pirate attack. No blood. Only an abandoned vessel sailing alone. Possible explanations include panic caused by alcohol fumes, rogue waves, waterspouts, or an emergency evacuation gone wrong. Yet no theory explains why experienced sailors would willingly abandon a perfectly functional ship. The fate of everyone aboard remains unknown. Michael Rockefeller, the son of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller, traveled to Papua New Guinea in 1961 to study indigenous art. While crossing dangerous waters, his boat capsized. After drifting for hours, he reportedly said, "I think I can make it." He swam toward shore. He was never seen again. Some believe he drowned before reaching land. Others suggest he encountered hostile tribes known for violent conflicts. Stories of ritual killing spread worldwide, though hard evidence has never confirmed them. Despite massive searches, Michael Rockefeller disappeared into one of Earth's most remote regions. Every disappearance we've explored today has something in common. Each left behind clues, witnesses, evidence, search teams. Yet none produced the one thing investigators needed most: answers. Some mysteries may eventually be solved through new technology. Others may remain unsolved forever, becoming permanent reminders that even in our modern world, people can still disappear without a trace. Which disappearance do you think has the most believable explanation? Tell us your theory in the comments. And if you enjoy real mysteries that continue to challenge investigators, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on Zyramist. Because sometimes, the greatest mysteries are the ones history never finished telling.